Hey YouTube, the reason why I'm doing this video, I want to talk to you guys about self-infiltration. A lot of you guys are under being infiltrated and we're not aware of what's actually infiltrating us. All we know is a source. I can honestly tell you, um, some people got a hold of a book called Humanology. Humanology was basically a psychology book that's supposed to develop people, make people better or whatever and bring about awareness. Humanology turned into demonology. Demonology is the possession of one's mind, body, soul, and spirit. Basically, a puppet master and trying to puppeteer one individual into doing the things in which they want them to do by using multiple devices and infiltrating one's personalities, one's personal space, one's personal privacy, a multitude of other different things that would impede on your intellectual ability as well as impede on you as a person to make you a possession to pretty much do whatever the next person wants you to do. So humanology, which is you being a human being, turned into demonology, which means that they wanted you as a possession. They no longer want you as a human being, a form of your own intellect or your own intelligence or your own intel. They want you to do what they want you to do. You're going to be a mindless, blindless soldier. Basically, you just do whatever they want you to do and get along. This infiltration has been going on for years. It's been an infiltration of a free system, basically, a system that offers human beings such as me, you, and everybody else an equal right. We have been going through this for years. We have been going through it with education. Some pioneers came by. They decided they were going to build an education system to offer up equal opportunity to all people in poverty. They did not want our people to become possessions, but rather to be respected as human beings and to be treated with equal opportunity. What has happened is our children goes to school and the school is infiltrated. When I say infiltrated, is you have these people that are embedded in the school. So the school becomes overran with viruses. These viruses, and I'm going to call them what they are. Teachers believe that you shouldn't teach the students. The environment becomes a very hostile environment for the students, rape, all kinds of negativity going on, infiltration of one's body, mind, and soul, spirit, right there within the schools. This is also happening at work because work offers towards you an equality where you can be respected as an equal, and they don't want that. So what happens is they infiltrate certain sources that makes you adequate and equal, because you have a group of people that says that you're not adequate and you're not equal to them. So for every blow that our children do to these people that let them know, look, we measure up, we set the bar, we can meet our status quo, we can meet our standards, you're not better than us type thing. They hit, they attack, and they infiltrate. I know a lot of you women are wondering why you're so tired and why your day is infiltrated. A lot of men are going through the same thing. I'm always tired. My day is infiltrated. We're dealing with a parasite system. And this parasite system, what they want is for you to be nothing and them to be everything. So they will attach on to you and consider you as a host. It could be one person, it could be multiple people. Okay, they don't want to sleep, so you now have to sleep. So what this means is this: they don't want to feel tired, they don't want to feel weak, they don't want to feel drained or anything. They will not know until they pass completely out. You're going through pretty much the same thing with this parasitic system. You won't know that you're sleep deprived until you completely pass out, because pretty much your memory's been erased of the attacks that's happening during the night while you're sleeping. Because even while you sleep, you're under attack. Your body is not given the opportunity to fully rest because they're too busy trying to make you a possession instead of what you really are. So they're studying humanology, but at the same time, they're not using humanology. They're infiltrating humanology to make it a demon possession. So now you're into demonology, and this is pretty much the possession of one's mind, body, and soul. Now, how do we combat this? How do we fight? How do we counteract this? Because I can honestly tell you, I go through a lot in one day. I go through feeling sleepy all day. I'm telling you, if I'm not active that day, if I'm not going to work, if I'm not doing this, if I'm not doing that, I feel sleepy. How can we counteract what's taking place and what's being done? There's multiple ways to counteract this. Some people say, hey, get up, go to the library, go to public places, become more active throughout your day, even push yourself even when you're feeling tired. And I can honestly tell you, I have passed out that way, passed completely out from exhaustion, because although I slept, although I received the proper nourishment, I had things attached to my body, me as a person, as a whole person. It's attached to my body, and it's depriving me. And it's parasitic. It's depriving me. It's depriving me of nutrients because it's pulling from my blood source. So a lot of times you're wondering why your hair is not growing and why your hair is going brittle, and you're used to having beautiful hair and stuff like that. It's because someone's draining your blood. You don't have the nutrients that you once had in your blood because you got somebody getting paid for your blood and draining you of blood. Okay, you're trying to eat. You're not actually eating adequate because you got somebody want to eat your food. You got somebody that wants to do certain things, and it's not that they can't have what you have. I mean, they're more than capable. These are very intelligent, very well put together people. I don't know the full extent of what's going on in that realm with these people or what they have going on, why they're doing or trying to be or mistreating other people the way that they're doing. But I can honestly say that there is a problem there dealing with the infiltration of one's personal space, privacy, and everything else. And with you already being compromised, because remind you, they have did years of infiltration. They do this to companies as well. And we know that if they're doing it to a company, the only way to actually stop the infiltration is to find out who the infiltrator is. And to keep you from finding out who the infiltrator is, because at the same time, I can say that I'm the infiltrator, but I may not hold the status quo to be an infiltrator. And we have came to that conclusion as well, where you have these people that I can honestly say I'm going to call them wannabes, but they're not what they say that they are. We're dealing with so many different lies on a daily level that it's hard to actually find out the truth. And that's the whole purpose of lies. Lies is supposed to keep forth confusion, keep forth trouble, keep forth you being possessed, and keep you ignorant. So they're going to constantly lie to you. I have no time for lies, so I'm going to constantly try to tell you the truth. I'm going to constantly try to get you to understand what the truth is. I know you guys hear it a lot of times that they're using money as a way to actually possess people. And they're very much true. Because if they want you to do certain activities or certain things, what motivates you? The fact that I have to provide for my family, the fact that I have to do things for my family, for myself, and everything. So to get their way, a lot of times they will use jobs. Like, you're trying to work a job, you're just trying to provide for yourself. They will use that as a way to take from you or not offer you enough hours. You're working for a company, this company's not offering you enough hours, but they're trying to keep you there under them, not offering you really any stability whatsoever. Your hours are so low you can't even pay a light bill. You can't pay no bill at all. You're only making about $20, and no other company really wants to touch you because of this like mutual agreement that they don't want to really get into it with another company type thing. So they really don't hire you because they're a little bit afraid that they may step on the wrong foot or cause some turmoil. So you go through that as well. So we're dealing with possession on many different levels and realms. I would have to say in planes. We're dealing with talent possession. Like, you probably be extremely talented, but at the same time your talent has a finite on it, because these people aren't allowing you to utilize your talents for the will of God, or utilize your talents for what it's supposed to be used for. You're not going to tell me it. On average, the average person only needs 8 hours of sleep, 9 at the maximum, to actually be fully rested. You take 9 hours. If you sleep 5 to 6 hours a day, you should have enough strength to recuperate to actually work another whole 16 hours. But what is happening is that when you sleep, you have another person's parasitic behavior trying to drain you of that energy. And they're tormenting your body, draining you of nutrients that you need, draining you of energy that you need, draining you of sources and resources that you need. They're draining you intellectually because you're not able to really think straight, grow straight, or actually develop yourself. They're doing multiple drains on one's body to keep a person docile. Because if they can just keep you sleep and docile, they don't have an opponent. They have someone that they pretty much dominates over. And this is what they do. I remember seeing this one thing on YouTube. I'm going to post it on my YouTube as well and send it out because I liked what they said about this philosopher. They called the philosopher a chicken. So he said, he brought him a chicken and told him, here's your human. Because he started to realize that their motives and their insight for him was not for him to be what he was actually supposed to be. They turned around and they auctioned him off and called him a slave, right? When they auctioned him off and called him a slave, he said, I'm a master. So he knows that their intellect and what they're trying to make him, he's really not. He's something greater, but they're trying to create for him and make him something less than what he really is. I hope these words have encouraged you. I hope you realize that we're being infiltrated. Start monitoring your day. Start seeing how you can better improve your day. A lot of times we don't do this, and I know that we're constantly busy. We have so much going on. But remember, us as human beings, we are constantly infiltrated. Start cleaning. That's another thing that I realized with myself. I had like a hard time cleaning. Like, I'm telling you, I get sick when I start cleaning and everything. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. It don't take all this to actually get stuff done and stuff like that. And it's the reason why, because your enemy doesn't want you in clean spaces. Your enemy doesn't want you to be clean. He doesn't want you to be happy, he or she, because I'm going to be real with you. These women are very trifling, and they don't want you with what you're supposed to have. And although they come as though they care for you, sometimes we have family members that do the same thing and stuff like that. And that's just our enemy under ill nation. I'm going to call it an illusion. Illusions to me are ill nations. So at the same time, that's just us having to deal with the ill nation and having to deal with the illusion that things are something that they are not. So I hope these words encourage you. Remember to read up on humanology and demonology and start to make that trace psychologically for our people. Good luck with everything. God bless.